Welcome to Bella FSM. I'm going to give you a brief overview of how to get started immediately with your new free trial account without any setup whatsoever. So I'm logged in to a new free trial account that I just created it under the name John Doe with the company name of Super Service Corp. Now you'll notice here along the top of the page there are several main menu tabs. These are all the main areas, sections of the software. So we're currently viewing the My Home tab. This is a personal dashboard for any user of your account that's logged in. They'll only see their jobs and their to-dos and their appointments that they're assigned. We'll go over in other videos the customer, job, scheduling tab, accounting, and so forth. But for the purpose of this quick video, I'm going to create a new job and with a new customer on the fly and show you how quickly and easily you can get started. So I'm going to scroll down here to the calendar, click on an open time slot, which will open up the new job page. We see here a lot of data fields. These are all not required. The only ones that are required are the job ID and the customer. The job ID auto-populates, so I'm going to select a customer from the customer drop-down list here, but obviously since this is a brand new account, there's no customers in the customer list, so I'm going to click here to enter a new customer. That opens up a pop-up and we can start creating a new customer right on the fly, right from the job page. Bella is very streamlined in a way that it works. Everything can be done from this job page. Creating a new customer, creating a work order, an estimate, and an invoice, all from that job page. So I'm just going to put in some limited information. Keep in mind you can always go back and edit this customer and add additional information. So if you're on the phone with a new customer, for example, you want to quickly add this data and you can capture some of that information at another time. So I will just make up a phone number here. Let me put in email address so I can show you the email alert section as well. I'll put in an address of Main Street. I think every city in the country has a Main Street, I would think. And then we'll just make it Reston. And I'll pick a state here from the state. I'm at California. And then put in a zip code. And that's really it. I can again, I can go back and populate this data at another time. I'm going to save this customer record, which will now add that to the customer list in the customer tab. But it takes me right back to the job page so I can continue creating this new job. So I'm going to put in a job name, which is not required, but it is a good idea just to use for tracking purposes and sorting and so forth, your job list. The job status is a great feature where you can actually move the job along in the progress from an estimate to a work order to invoice, for example. It defaults to work order. You can customize these in the admin tab and add additional information here in job statuses. So for example, if we were creating an estimate for a customer, we would create a new job, set the job status to estimate, and then we can actually edit that job at a future date and change it to work order if the customer accepts the estimate or the quote. So I'll keep it a job status or the work order. I'm going to scroll down here to the appointment details section. Service location and contact populated from the customer information that I just created. The field resource in Bella is an employee or vendor that you enter into the system and designate as a field resource, and that would be a technician or a sales representative or yourself as a manager or company owner as well. So there's only one field resource in the list here, obviously, since this is a brand new account, John Doe, and it automatically assigned me to this job. The start date and time auto-populate from the calendar that I clicked on. I can certainly change the duration, the end time to make the duration longer as well. There are several recurring options if you want to set up a recurring appointment for maintenance or a cleaning or bi-weekly cleaning, for example. I won't set any of those at this time. There's also an email alert option. You can select to send it to the customer. It grabs the customer email address that we just entered, as well as the field resource that was assigned, and you can assign multiple field resources if you do have those entered. And you can also customize the default subject and body of that email so it would auto-populate every time that you're creating a new job and sending out an alert. There's also an option to send a text message to the field resources that were assigned as well. So I'm here in the job items section on this job page, and items are the same as QuickBooks. There are 6 item types in Bella: service, non-inventory part, inventory part, other charges, discount, and sales tax. This is basically your price list. You would create a custom price list in the accounting tab, again, which we'll show you in another tutorial. But for now, when you set up your free trial account, there are these default, one of every item type as a default in there that help you get started. You can simply select the quantity. Let's say we can make it 2. And I can actually edit these items right on the fly. Again, Bella is very streamlined that you can do all of this from this job page. And we can put in a rate, which this would be, and also the cost. Again, this information is not required. You can always put in this information at a future time, say on site at the customer, for example, or if you need to come back and update the hours that you actually spend at the customer, or you want to add an inventory part or non-inventory part, we can say we had to stop by and grab a widget. So I will add a widget to this as well as a non-inventory part. And again, we can. There's a lot more detail on all this information in the help pages in the FAQ tab. But let me put in, let's say, I'll put $25. Now, you can also add an attachment or a photo or a contract or anything that you would need, or any notes that you want to make as well. Just click the Add Notes and Attachment button. And that's it. So I'm going to save this, and we've actually just created our first job and a new customer already. So the customer was added in the customer list, and the job was added to the job list and placed on my home on my home page for the appointment. And we can click Print Work Order. Or this would actually print the work order PDF if you want to fax it, or it was already sent in the email, the work order PDF. You can also capture an e-signature on that PDF if you're on customer site, if you do have the e-signature option selected or when you signed up for your free trial. So I'm going to just click Return to my home, and now this job, again, we see it here in the calendar. It's in my job list, and that customer was created and added into the customer list. We see our first customer here. So that's how quickly you can actually create a new customer and a new job, schedule a new job. Now, let's say it is time now, you've done the work on site for the customer, you simply click on that job ID or the job name or the appointment. That opens this job record back up, and you can set that job status to invoiced, for example, or again, you can create custom job statuses. And you scroll down here, you can enter any notes. You can actually, and then edit these items. If you need to edit the item, let's say it actually took 2.5 hours. And you can save that, and it'll add it to the item list. You can actually add another job item, for example, and the pop-up will open up. This will be your item list. Again, you can customize, you can create an item list with hundreds or thousands of items as well. So let's just say we want to add another charge. It was mileage, for example, and we'll just put as a $25 or delivery service or something like that. So we'll save that, and that adds it to the item list here. So we're done with this, and we want to create an invoice for this customer from this job. Just simply click the Create Invoice button, and it will create an invoice. That takes you to the Create Invoice page. You can confirm all the information, the bill to customer, the service customer. You actually have the option to set up a parent-subsidiary relationship if needed. So you can actually bill another customer or bill a parent customer and have service at the subsidiary location. But we see here on the invoice page that it grabs all the items and all the information from that job page, and they're all checked to be included on the invoice, and the total is $387.50. And you can actually also email this invoice directly to the customer right out of Bella if you so choose. So once you just confirm that this information is correct, just click Save, and that has generated the invoice transaction. It is now, you can also capture a signature while on site with the customer, for example, from your mobile device, your tablet, or your smartphone. Just click the e-signature button, and the pop-up will open. And you can also print out the invoice PDF if you so desire. The invoice, work order, and estimate forms can all be customized in the admin section, again, which we'll show you in a future or another video tutorials that we have. So that is actually how easy it is to create a job, schedule it, assign it, and then also edit that, update it, invoice it, and send it all to the customer. Very, very streamlined, all we've done this within minutes. So please review some of the other areas of the FAQ tab, and we'll be here to help in any way we can. So good luck and have fun.